It's really funny. It took four different sets of actors and like four different, officially released movies for them to get the Fantastic Four right. It was pretty good. Like, very good. I was very surprised. Like, this movie really does give you something new, and not just because like it's set in the '60s or anything like that. It just all in all, it just feels like a more rounded movie than a lot of people say like MCU's been going up and down lately and everything, which is true. But I don't think it's as I've all personally. I always think the MCU, I love it, but they've had a lot of misses even since going back to phase one. So like, I'm not one of those guys to be like, is recently starting to have a quality dip. It's always been varying quality to me. But this one, it was very lighthearted. It was very depressing too, but it felt like more rounded, if that makes sense. It felt like a film, is what I'm saying. The casting's great. When I saw Pedro Pascal, cast as Reed Richards, I was kind of like everybody else, like, are we really putting him in something else again? But at the same time, I had to think about it, like, I'm not that hard pressed on the Fantastic Four anyway. It's kind of like my Superman review. I'm not really like big on Superman. I'm gonna see Superman stuff. It's the same way with Fantastic Four. Like, honestly, I don't even know these people in the comic books for real. The main interpretation I have from them are from previous movies and the cartoons. So that's what I got to go off of. And Pedro did really good. He was nerdy. You could tell, like, this is literally the smartest dude on earth because, he's so socially awkward. Vanessa Kirby did great. Like I said, I don't know much about the Fantastic Four in comic books. I didn't know what type of personality Sue Storm was supposed to have. All the other movies, everybody say, like, oh, she had no personality and stuff. I don't know what her personality is supposed to be like. But now I know it should be like Vanessa Kirby. At one point, she told Johnny, hey, Johnny, kill this girl. And I was like, you know what? I feel you. There was no moral Batman confliction on, oh, should we take a life? That's not what heroes do. Like, she was like, nah, we got a job to do. Let's get this done. Our well being's at stake. Let's do this. It was just refreshing to see some superheroes who ain't scared of a trigger, is what I'm saying. Joseph Quinn did really good as Johnny Storm. He actually had, like, smarts in this movie. And I don't know why people were worried about, him being casted as Johnny Storm. Or, like, I don't see it. I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't know what people are looking for. Even Eban Musk Bachrach, because it's kind of like everybody was like, I don't see him being the thing. What does the thing is orange? What is what do you mean? People were saying I don't see him as a thing. Like, he's a CGI character, and also I see this man yelling all the time on the bear. I'm pretty sure he would do good as the thing. He was basically Cousin Richie, but more pulled back and subdued, who has some like healing done to him, some therapy done. It was pretty good. Galactus, very scary, very straightforward. He had a job to do. He wanted to do it. He said, "Give me that baby," and he's not playing with you. There was no jokes with. They tried to talk to him at one point, and he was like, "I don't want to hear none of that. Give me your kid, or I'm eating the whole planet. I'm gonna take your kid, then I'm gonna eat the planet." Like, there's no other negotiation here. And I really like the final confrontation with Galactus because, like, Galactus is literally a force of nature. He can grow to skyscrapers and even bigger than that. So it's kind of like the way the ending fight was. It was like trying to contain a hurricane, if that makes sense. Like, you can't really just fight them normally and just beat them up and everything like that. You gotta be smart with it, and they were pretty smart with it. Comic booky smart, but it was still smart. And I hate to see his employee of the month coming around because this girl, Silver Surfer, took her job extremely seriously. She didn't even like her job, but she was like, you know what? I'm going to clock in and I'm going to do the best I can do. There was a chase scene with her in this movie where it was kind of like, I haven't seen another scene in the MCU that was like as well directed and like CGI'd and all that good stuff. It was a very, very cool sequence and definitely top 10 of MCU sequences. All in all, outside of the pacing and stuff, because, I feel like the movie could have been 20 minutes longer because you could tell they clearly cut some stuff out. It was a pretty good time. 8.5 out of 10.